Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So, as always, I've got a ton. I'm gonna jump right in. I did a ton of layering. Well, not a ton. I did quite a bit of layering with lotions. I've been working through some of my pan fragrances. One I finished, I'm super proud of myself, and some others I'm getting really close to finishing. So anyways, I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna jump right in. So one of the first layering pairs that I did, should I say, is this one here. This is Bath & Body Works 1 in a Million. This is a beautiful lotion. This is jasmine extract, tuberose oil, white gardenia, pink pepper, and cashmere musk. It's basically a beautiful white floral. I love it so much. It smells very, very similar to my gardenia lotion. And in fact, let me grab my gardenia. Yeah, I just want to smell them side by side to see if it's actually not just fresh gardenia repackaged. It really does. They smell so similar, I can't tell a difference. I don't know if this is just fresh gardenia repackaged or not. They smell very, very similar. But yeah, and so I'm probably gonna end up passing this one along just because it smells so similar to fresh gardenia. I don't need to. I've got so many lotions that I can. And that it's funny because somebody asked me when I hauled my huge Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale order, somebody asked me how I'm gonna go through all of it. I don't. A lot of the time I will test something and I just won't love it and I'll give it away. So I end up giving away, of course, just when it comes to the body care, but as far as the body care goes, I end up giving away half to 3/4 of it. I don't mind buying it at such an inexpensive price and then giving it to other people. They appreciate it. I got to test a fragrance and, you know, so that's the answer to that. I don't go through everything. I give a lot of it away. But I will end up giving this one away because this one doesn't last as well as the fresh gardenia and they smell almost identical. So identical that I honestly do think that 1 in a Million is just fresh gardenia repackaged. It's beautiful. It's an amazing white floral. I love it. And it's funny because they have different notes. The fresh gardenia is dewy honeysuckle, white gardenia, and cashmere musk, but they smell exactly the same. Yeah, they smell exactly like identical. The perfume that I layered over it is this one here. This is Orlov from Orlov Paris. Again, a beautiful, sweet white floral. My Orlov Paris outlasted the 1 in a Million lotion by hours and hours. Orlov is an absolute beast on me. It's stunning. It's just a beautiful, sweet white floral. It's one of my favorite florals in my collection and I love wearing it. It's so fun and it was beautiful paired over the 1 in a Million, but unfortunately this just didn't last very long. So somebody will be happy to have this. I'll either send it. Yeah, I'll probably end up sending this to my lovely friend in Georgia. She will probably appreciate it. It's beautiful. But anyways, that is 1 in a Million. Okay, next I paired this. This here is so beautiful. This is the Whipped Berry Meringue. And I didn't know if I was gonna love this or not, and I absolutely love this. This is fresh berries, whipped sugar, and fluffy vanilla. And oh, it's so beautiful. It's a creamy berry fragrance. The only problem with this one, again, it doesn't last very long. Like the scent of it doesn't last very long. So yeah, you definitely would have to keep reapplying it. But with these body creams, you really don't need to reapply them because they're so hydrating. You can still feel the hydration on your skin the next day. So yeah, but I love the way this smells so much. I will just deal with the fact that it doesn't last very long. And over it, I paired this here. This is the Falling in Love from Philosophy. Such a beautiful, it's like probably my most favorite berry fragrance on the market. This is the newest formulation. It smells identical to the old formulation, which I also have, but this one just doesn't last very long. The performance on this one is terrible. So yeah, that is Falling in Love. I love Falling in Love. It's a bunch of different berries. It's like blackberry and raspberry, and I think it's got black currant in it. It's just got a ton of berries in it, and it's just a beautiful, sweet, fresh berry fragrance. And it paired beautifully over the whipped berry meringue. It was a really nice combination for the couple of hours that I got out of it. So anyways, there was that one. Okay, next I tested this fragrance here. This is another Bath & Body Works fragrance. This is the fragrance called Cozy Evening. This is Lavender Blooms, Fresh Freesia, and Cozy Musk. I didn't love this. This has, what is that? Lavender Blooms. Yeah. It's got, I guess, the combination of the lavender and the freesia. It gives it almost like a citrusy. Yeah, it went almost citrusy on my skin, which was really weird. And I really am not like, when I'm wanting something that smells cozy, I'm definitely not looking for a citrus. So because of that, I just am not, I'm gonna part with this. So I layered the body spray over the lotion, which, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful fragrance. It was really nice. And this one actually hung around for quite a while. Yeah, it's pretty. You can smell the lavender, but it's a super fresh lavender. And I don't know, but there's something citrusy in it. Something that smells very citrusy. But yeah, it lasted a long time. I could still smell this on myself when I woke up the next morning. So it definitely is a good performing fragrance. It's just not my favorite because, I guess just because it doesn't fit what I had in my mind of a cozy scent. I was hoping it would be more of like a cozy kind of musk fragrance, or a cozy kind of lavendery musk fragrance, and it ended up smelling very citrusy on me. So anyways, that is Cozy Evening. I will definitely be sending those or giving them away to somebody who will enjoy them. Next, I wore this lovely fragrance here. This is Lalique from Lalique, and I adore this. It's such a quintessential 90s floral. I love it. It's like a sweet, kind of spicy 90s floral. It just reminds me a lot of a 90s floral. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. Warm, spiced, but sweet, light floral. I love it so, so much. It just takes me back. I'm trying to think of something specifically that it reminds me of. It's like the slightest bit powdery too. It kind of reminds me of Amarige from Givenchy, but if you took out maybe the Tuberose, it's not quite as like dense smelling as Amarige, but it's definitely in that same family. It's a beautiful 90s kind of white floral. It's like a lighter version of Amarige. It's amazing. I love it. If you love Amarige, I think you would love this too. Like I said, it's like a lighter version of it. And I love this. I love wearing it in the heat. I love wearing it any time of year really, but I love wearing it in the heat because it's super cozy to me. And maybe because it just is like a 90s floral. So anyways, that is Lalique Lalique. Next, I wore this one here. This is Jessica Simpson Fancy. This is just a tiny little 1/4 ounce mini that I am just trying to work through. I added it to my project pan. I love this fragrance. It smells amazing. I just wish it lasted longer on me. I would have a full bottle of this and I would wear it a lot more often if it performed better, but it performs really, really badly on me. I mean, I can get maybe 30 minutes out of it. It'll hang around on clothing for a little bit longer, but even on clothing, it doesn't last that much longer on me. I usually end up wearing it to bed because of that. So it's a beautiful bedtime fragrance. I love it. It's like a super cozy, warm caramel, kind of caramely fragrance. There's something really kind of unique about it though that I love. It's just so warm. But yeah, sadly, it just doesn't perform well at all. So I am trying to just work through this little mini, which I probably have 40% of this left. I probably will get maybe 2 more wears out of this and it'll be gone. So 2 more good bedtime wears and it will be panned. So anyways, that is Jessica Simpson Fancy. Another one of my pan fragrances that I'm trying to get through is this one here. This is Vanillary from Lush. So a beautiful subscriber sent me a new bottle of this that it just didn't work for her, so she sent it along to me. This is my old bottle. I have lost my cap somehow. It's pretty old. This was supposed to be used by January 8th of 21. So I've had this for quite a long time. I love wearing this fragrance to bed. It's one of my favorite bedtime fragrances. I love wearing it anytime, but it's a great bedtime fragrance. It's an absolute beast of a fragrance as well. And it's a really, really unique vanilla. Oh, it is so good. It's kind of like a warm, cozy vanilla, but it's also got this bright cleanliness to it. It's vanilla and jasmine and coumarin. It's also got some anise in it. I don't get the anise really at all. It's mostly the vanilla and jasmine combination, but it's beautiful. It's such a good, cozy bedtime scent. It's a beast. This thing will last. You'll still smell it the next morning when you wake up. But yeah, I've got that much left, and I am gonna try to work through this one pretty quickly since it technically expired quite a long time ago, more than a year ago, about a year and a half ago it expired. So yeah, I'm going to definitely try to work through this one pretty quickly. So anyways, that is Lush Vanillary. Next, I've got another project pan that I actually finished. This is Ariana Grande Sweet Lake Candy. Yeah, I finally finished this, and I am so happy to have finished it. I love this fragrance though. It's such a fun, just sweet, generic smelling perfume. And there's something that I love about it so much. My husband loves this one. Charlotte loves this one. It's just such a good fragrance, but yeah, it doesn't perform super well on me, but I will tell you, the very last wear that I got out of this, it was a beast. And it could be because it's so hot outside and the humidity helped, but I could still smell this on myself the next morning when I woke up, and I was super, super surprised. It was like very strong on my clothing. I did overspray a bunch because I had, you know, a good little bit left, and I was like, I just want to get through it, and this doesn't perform well anyways, so I'll just use every bit of it up, and I did. So I super oversprayed, probably 12 sprays or something, but it performed really, really well for me that last wear test. This is a perfume I would absolutely repurchase. I would just have to find a bottle at TJ Maxx or something. I wouldn't pay, you know, like Ulta prices for it or anything. I would pay a discounted price for it. But anyways, that is Ariana Grande Sweet Lake Candy. Next, I wore this one here. This is Michael Kors Wanderlust. I picked up a three travel spray set of Wanderlust fragrances because somebody told me that Wanderlust Sublime was really good. I do have Sublime. I haven't given that one a full wear test yet, but this is just the original Wanderlust. This one, it's like it's kind of strange. It's kind of like a bright almond fragrance, which is very strange. It gets compared to Addict, but it does not have the depth that Addict has. I mean, it's perfectly fine. Like it's a perfectly fine kind of forgettable fragrance. What I do like about it is it's a warm weather fragrance. So it's a super cozy, warm weather perfume. And I really think it's pretty for that reason. I'm always looking for something cozy and warm, even in the heat. And this definitely fits the bill, so I do like it for that. Would I ever purchase a full bottle of this? No. I will work through this spray and then that'll be the end of it, but I mean, it's fine. If you like kind of a warm almondy fragrance, I think you might like it. But there's definitely nothing special about it at all, and definitely do not fall for it smells like Dior Addict, because it doesn't have any of the depth that Addict has at all. So anyways, that is Michael Kors Wanderlust. Next, I wore this beauty. This is Vanilla Grapefruit from Lavanila. I picked this up off of Mercari. This is such a beautiful, it smells like the original Lavanila, which is this beautiful, warm, complex vanilla. It's got like freesia and heliotrope, and it's just beautiful. Madagascar vanilla, I believe. This one is, ooh, this one is just like it, but it's got a really beautiful, bright citrusy top. The bright citrus actually stays with you throughout the entire wear time. So it makes it just a little bit fresher. It's also a little bit sweeter than the original. I love it. It's really, really beautiful. So I find myself reaching for this one at bedtime a lot. It makes a great bedtime scent. But again, I would wear it anytime. It's just beautiful. So that is Lavanila, Vanilla Grapefruit. Such a stunner. And then last but not least, this is a combination that a subscriber suggested in the comments. So somebody suggested this pairing to me in one of my videos in the comment section. And I've been so excited to try this. This is Fairy Tale from Bath & Body Works and Dune from Christian Dior. This was sent over by a beautiful subscriber. I'm obsessed with this fragrance, and this combination, you guys, is amazing. Oh, it is so good because Dune is such a kind of dry smelling vintage fragrance, and Fairy Tale it smells a lot like YSL Libre. So Fairy Tale is pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossom, vanilla bean, and warm amber. So it's this beautiful kind of sweet, warm fragrance. It really does smell quite a bit like Libre. If you layer this under Libre, they mesh perfectly. But anyways, this lotion with Dune layered over it is such a stunning combination. If you have Dune and it's just too dry smelling, or too kind of vintage smelling, definitely try pairing it with like a sweeter lotion. It definitely doesn't take away the dry kind of vintagey aspect of it, which I adore. I adore it on its own, but it definitely sweetens it up a little bit and makes it smell just a little more modern, but it's still super warm and kind of vintagey smelling. I absolutely adore this fragrance. I am so, so happy to have it in my collection. And it is so beautiful layered over this. I think it's the orange blossom in the Fairy Tale that pairs so well. It's just such a stunning pairing. So thank you so much to the person who recommended this to me. This is gonna be like one of my summer favorites. It's such a like perfect, cozy, warm weather combination. It's going to be one of my go-tos this whole entire summer, and probably even into fall because it's going to be amazing in fall too. So anyways, that is Dune and Fairy Tale from Bath & Body Works. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.